Yes. Hello there. How can I help you? Oh, you're here for the personality assessment. Okay. Let me look you up. Can you tell me your full name? Yes, exactly. You were scheduled for 11 p.m., right? Okay, that's great. Well, you're just in time, so we can get started with your personality assessment. So, to explain what we will be doing today, this assessment is going to be divided into 2 parts, okay? Just 2. And the first half, I will be asking you open answer questions, okay? They are not meant to be philosophical, to make you think very deeply into your answer, okay? Try to keep it as superficial, as light. Usually the first thing that comes to mind is the most truthful answer. And the second half, I will be giving you different scenarios. And you will just have to tell me if you agree or disagree with the scenarios that I give you. Is that okay? Are we all clear? Do you have any questions? We can start? Okay, let's move right into it. Your first question is, what word would people that are close to you, friends, families, use to describe you? Just one word, one adjective, one personality trait. Okay. Moving on. What do you consider to be your greatest accomplishments? Once again, don't think too much about it, okay? Just what comes to mind first. Okay, keep going. I see. Okay, that is indeed a great accomplishment. Now, how do you deal with failure? How does it make you feel? Do you do anything to overcome that sentiment? Okay. You can keep going. Okay, I see. Now, out of everything in your life, what are you most proud of? It can be yourself, it can be a family member or friend, something that you've accomplished. Well, that is a lovely answer. So, what do you usually do in your free time when you don't have anything planned? Okay, Anything else? Okay, I see. Now, what is your greatest, biggest personal obstacle? Okay, so it could be that something that is just standing in between you and what you want, what you're trying to achieve for yourself. I can understand. Okay, next question. If you could change anything about your personality, just one thing, what would you change? I think that is a very sensible answer from your part. Now, let's say if something were to go wrong with your car, it broke down out of nowhere, what would be the first thing that you would do? Okay. Very practical of you, I would say. Okay. Up next, very simply, how do you manage stress? Is there anything you do that helps you unwind, a specific activity? What do you do? Okay. What else? Okay. Yeah, I totally get that, actually. As a child, what was your absolute favorite thing to do? That sounds very fun. Can you tell me more? Okay. Yeah. That sounds lovely. Okay. On to the next question. Let's suppose that you are assigned a long-term project, okay? It could be in school, it can be at work, whatever applies to you. Now, this is a project that isn't due for many, many months. So, do you start working right away or do you wait? Yeah. I understand where you're coming from. Okay, so for the next one, who do you consider to be your role model? Now, it can be a celebrity, it can be someone you know personally. Okay, can you tell me why? Okay. Anything else? Okay. Up next, are you easily disappointed? Okay. You can keep going. I see. Okay. And for the next one, do you feel like you are constantly busy? Okay. I understand. I get that. Okay, so for the last of the open-ended questions, what type of social event is your favorite to attend? So to give you some examples, maybe you prefer like big events like a party, or maybe you prefer something a little bit more personal like a family dinner or with friends. I see. Can you give me like just one example? Okay. That sounds great. Okay. So that was the first half of this personality assessment. Now we are moving on to the second part, okay? So, as I mentioned previously, I am going to be giving you different scenarios, okay? You just tell me if you agree or disagree with the scenario that I gave you, okay? Is that clear? Do you have any questions? No? Okay, so moving on to the I can be very competitive, be it with games, recognition at work, or even when it comes to personal records. Do you agree or disagree with the statement? Okay, Can you tell me why? Just give me a brief explanation. Okay, Anything else? Okay, that's great. On to the next one. I don't just enjoy marking tasks as done on my to-do list. I thrive on this feeling. Does this apply to you? Okay, once again, can you tell me why? I see. Okay, on to the next one. I'm very opinionated and love sharing my opinions. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, And can you tell me why? Okay, You can keep going. Okay, I see. Yeah, no, I can understand that. So, for the next one, I was born to either climb the corporate ladder or become the best student. Do you agree or do you disagree? Okay, keep going. Okay, I see. No, I'm not here to judge you or make an opinion on your answers, okay? These are totally just so we can better understand your personality, what personality type you are, okay? You will know more about it at the end, okay? So, moving on to the next one. I'm very proud of my accomplishments. Do you agree? Okay. Yeah, well, good for you. Okay, on to the next one. I always work my way to the top, be in grades, social status, or professionally. Okay. Can you tell me more? I see. I totally get that, yeah. Okay, so moving on to the last few. When I socialize with friends, I prefer doing an activity together that makes the time feel productive. Do you agree or disagree? Go on. Okay. Great answer. Okay, Up next, people tell me that I can be impatient. Does this apply to you? Okay, Tell me more. I see. On to the next one. It's important to me that I am respected by my peers and colleagues. Okay. And what else? Okay. And the last one. When I play games, I play to win. Do you agree? Okay. I see where you're coming from. No, that's fun. Okay. So those were all of the questions for the personality assessment. Now, I want you to think back on the answers that you gave, specifically on the second half of this personality assessment, okay? If you mostly agreed with the scenarios that I gave you, then you are or have a type A personality. If you mostly disagreed with the scenarios, then you have a type B personality. Now, what does this mean, you ask? I will tell you. People that have a type A personality tend to be more competitive and more ambitious, okay? They work hard for what they want, and that naturally makes them feel more proud in what they've accomplished when compared to type B personalities. Now, this can also mean that people with a type A personality are also a little bit more impatient, sometimes controlling, and can be very preoccupied with things such as status and how they are perceived by others. Do you think this aligns with you, more or less? Okay, and if you mostly disagreed, then you have a type B personality. Now, as opposed to type A, people with a type B personality tend to be more relaxed, less stressed, tend to be more flexible with changes in life, and are also often more creative. Now, sometimes this also means that people with a type B personality tend to procrastinate more, and their laid-back attitude doesn't always help them. Do you see yourself in this description? After this assessment, I want you to look back on the answers that you gave, okay, in the first half. Think about them and see how the answers that you gave and the questions that we posed can maybe help you analyze yourself a little bit and work towards an even better version of yourself. We do hope you enjoyed your time today right here with us in this personality assessment, and we would most definitely love to see you on the next one. Good night.